or PE? Have Viagra, Cialis, or Levitra failed you? Men's Choice Medical Center can help with custom blended medications that are safe, effective, and affordable. Even with diabetes, high blood pressure, and prostate issues, Men's Choice Medical Center. Regain your love life. Results guaranteed on the first visit or you pay nothing. Call 904-452-5552. That's 904-452-5552.
Beer? You like beer? How about self-serve beer? Lots of self-serve beer. Did you know there was such a thing? 1000 Degrees Pizza has a tap room filled with 18 self-serve beer taps ready for your consumption. By the way, at 1000 Degrees Tap Room, you pay by the ounce, not by the glass. So taste those beers without breaking the bank. You like wine? We have wine. Oaky, buttery, earthy, fruity wine. We offer single servings of both red and white for your swishing, swirling, and sipping pleasure. Buy one, get one happy hours Monday through Friday, 4 to 7 p.m. Check us out on Facebook and at our store on Old Bay Meadows.
Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by TireOutlet.com. Wholesale prices, premium service.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
Let's go. Yeah.
God bless the Saints fans. God love them. I mean,
Sports concepts and rationalizations coming your way. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the segment, we will reward you with a gift pack. That includes what, Beef?
You guys want some pizza?
Yes.
Yeah, one lucky Guggen at the end of the segment is going to get a $20 gift card to spend at the new Southside location of 1000 Degrees Pizza.
It's hot and tasty.
Hot and tasty. They'll also get a gift card from Zips Express Car Wash to get some pizza, get your car clean on us.
Just please wait 1 minute before you dive into that pizza. Otherwise, you'll burn your mouth.
Let it cool down.
Yeah,
for
1000
just a
degrees
second.
is
Blow
hot.
on it a little bit.
1000 is hot.
Yeah.
Why are we God blessing the Saints fans?
I mean, they're petitioning to have the NFC title game replayed. I mean, what some point do we realize petitions are like so 1700?
Remember, Saints fans.
Yeah, so what's the last petition that worked?
Remember, Saints fans already hate the NFL because of Bountygate. They suspended their coach for a year.
Yes, they did.
And players and such, basically made one season useless. And so now they've done this to them. Oh, my goodness gracious. The Saints would like to secede from the NFL if they could.
Yeah. All right, I'll get us started here because the Senior Bowl has gotten started. And I think there's one. Look, we got so much going on that breaking down every roster spot was kind of saved until we actually got to the week that is.
Yes.
But I tell you what, for a team in the market for a quarterback, this may be the most interesting Senior Bowl ever. And
there's a ton of names.
Well, from this standpoint, if the Jags don't take Haskins or Kyler Murray, number 7, or trade up for one of those two, the next hope for the Jaguars at quarterback is in Mobile this week because 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 are all there. It's one of those guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which means, Drew Lock, Will Grier, Daniel Jones, Jarrett Stidham. I mean, all Minshew from Washington State. They are literally all there. It'll be interesting to see who separates there, if anyone does. You
have a question?
Yeah. Do you have one? What can happen this week to change your mind on any of those guys that are there?
I think the best guy there, without a doubt, unless I'm leaving somebody out, is Will Grier.
More than Drew Lock.
Yes. And I think the only concern about Will Grier, in this day and age, it shouldn't be a concern anymore, is his ability as a shorter quarterback in the NFL. He'll measure 6'2". If he's 6'1" and 7/8", he's Baker Mayfield size, and that's not big in the NFL. And Baker has shown a ability to get over that. Can Will Grier do the same thing?
Grier actually measured 6'2".
Did he?
So a little bigger than.
When did he measure?
At the Senior Bowl.
Oh, they measured already?
Yeah.
This morning? I think it's today. Are you sure?
I've been going by the Senior Bowl story with their listed weights. I assumed that was from the actual weigh-ins.
I thought they were measuring today, but I'm not positive.
Well, then you could be right on that. I don't know. I just made the assumption because it was a Senior Bowl byline that it was, the most recent.
But anyway, to me, Will Grier would be the guy, so he would be the guy I would do the most work on. And there's a couple things that bother me a little bit about Will Grier, too, though, and how things went down in Florida. And we all heard some stories about how he was when he was in Gainesville. And I've said this before, and I know some people get, aghast at me, but I didn't like him skipping out on his teammates for the bowl game. I thought that wasn't – I think when you're the quarterback, you owe something to your school a little bit more than if you're, say, a defensive tackle, a running back, any other position. As a quarterback, you're really putting them behind the 8 ball when they have invested so much time and energy in you. So
the measurements and weigh-ins are today 7:30 to 9:15.
Okay. So anyway, so I'll be curious to see what he stands and weighs, et cetera. But he would be the guy I would be the most interested in personally.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're
I really don't. This is. You or I shouldn't know. The Jaguars should. They have a lot of lifetime football guys over there, and it's their doggone job to go over to Mobile and figure out the best. Not mine or yours or Hackers or Leon Searcy's.
Listen to me. I'm helping you. Pay attention to Will Greer. At the Philadelphia version of the drill this morning, Dan and Jeff are screaming at each other, and they are in a knockdown, drag-out, one of the all-timers, to the point that they're face-to-face. Like, are you threatening me? Are you going to push me?
I will not be ignored, Dan. What are they fighting about?
They're fighting about Nick.
I'm not going to be ignored,
Thank you.
Dan.
Yeah.
One's a Foles guy and one's a Wentz guy.
Yes, and one is saying, look, the facts are facts, and we have something to measure this by. Our football team was better when Nick Foles played for our football team than Carson Wentz. Our guys play harder or play better for Nick Foles than they do Carson Wentz. Well, you can't keep Nick Foles.
Well, that's on our guys.
And that's just something. So that's the back and forth in Philadelphia. I guess my question to you, and they've already come out and said Carson Wentz is the guy. Is there any chance they're making a mistake?
No.
Okay.
Not to me. I mean,
That's why he's a Carson Wentz guy.
For what it's worth, Dan.
You'd be fighting Foles' side, and
I'm not sure I would be fighting his side.
You gave up too much, and it's not like Carson Wentz has been anything but really good since he came in the league. He's gotten injured in playoff
they were 6 and 7 with him last year's.
I'd have to look at the schedule and the rationale. I'd have to look at a lot of things.
They were playing great though, and they played really well those last 3 games when they went to L.A. and beat the Rams. They beat Houston at home, and they beat the Redskins to get into the playoffs, and then won a playoff game.
I'm not dismissing what Nick Foles has done.
Combined with the year previous, again, you have something to measure.
But I think here's what's lost about the, quote, year previous. Carson Wentz got him the number 1 seed.
That's fair.
And so without the number 1 seed, there is no Foles magic. They win a game maybe in the postseason, and Nick Foles is just a guy headed into free agency. So
possibly true.
I think Carson Wentz deserves a little bit of credit from that.
That's fair. What were you going to say, B?
By the way, the Dan and Jeff and Philly guys, that's Angelo, Al, and Rhea.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Rhea?
That's their
As in she?
That's their bar.
Well, then they can't get in a fight.
I guess not.
But they can yell.
You got a daily poll question.
There is something a little bit. There is something a little bit off about the Wentz-Foles deal. I mean, Carson Wentz, there'll be plenty of second guessing if Carson Wentz goes there and they're not a really good playoff
They'll lose
team
their
the next
mind.
couple of years.
They'll lose their mind.
Imagine Nick Foles takes the Jags job.
Yes.
They rally up some offensive talent this offseason. The defense comes back and plays top 3 football, and the Jags are in the championship game.
Right.
So, I think that is I think that's a fair point. Dan, it occurred to me as I watched the championship weekend come to a close.
Yes, sir.
How many years I've seen Andy Reid among those last 4 coaches still alive. How many times, Andy Reid.
He's alive and living, or?
No, alive in the postseason in the last weekend, in the conference championship weekend. Yet here's a guy who has only been to 1 Super Bowl.
I know.
And who has, never won one.
Yes.
Can you?
Yes, I can.
Is Andy Reid a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Can you go into the Hall of Fame without?
I think you can. Listen.
That's a great question.
I think you can, but I'm going to give you a Dan Hicken stat of the day that I saw.
Oh.
That will.
Bonus coverage.
Bonus coverage.
Facebook
right
Live.
His name is Hicken. He's got a knowledge addiction. It's Dan Hicken, stat of the day.
God, I miss that guy.
Also really extended his range there.
He did. He went high octave. 1-score playoff games, Jeff Prosser.
Balls would be a big Taylor Doll fan.
Yes, he would. MTP. Or Barbie doll, if you will.
For Barbs, yeah.
1-score playoff games. Andy Reid.
Yeah, I saw this.
2-10.
Oof.
And nobody's close in terms of bad.
The guy lined up offsides, Dan. Look at how the 2 Super Bowl teams made it this year.
I know.
The guy lined up offsides on a pick. I mean, it could just, with a snap of your finger,
Chiefs
be Saints Chiefs.
Yeah. And here's the so that's the answer. Yes, Andy Reid is a Hall of Fame coach in my opinion.
Without it winning a Super Bowl.
Yes, in my opinion,
Yeah.
yes. I think he's a great coach. I think
Wow.
he's taken 2 franchises and turned perennial
He's a great regular season coach.
losers into winners.
He's as good a regular season coach as we've seen.
I thought he was a little more snappy than Sean Payton. I don't like everybody giving Sean Payton calling him a whiner when he spoke.
Hardly anyone is. I called him a whiner.
Well, I saw that yesterday.
Somebody else called him that?
that?
I think he's whining.
He's
Yeah.
not whining.
Yeah.
But anyway, you want to hear whining? Listen to us every morning. Anyway, Andy Reid yesterday scolded a reporter because he was telling him how tough it is to get to the Final Four, et cetera, which I get. And Andy, it was a heck of a year. And
Well, I don't know, Andy. You've been there 5 times. How hard can it be? He did not respond.
But anyway, you're right, and that is. I think Andy Reid is a Hall of Famer.
Did you guys see the video of the guy watching the game in New Orleans when the kick went through?
No,
And he just I got
just crushed a New Orleans guy.
He just punched his TV.
Wow.
Punched
Those are
out
the
the
best.
TV with a flash of anger that would make me never want to run into that guy with the
Yes.
when he's in a bad mood kind of videos.
Yes.
It's got to be fun being his wife and kids.
Andy, did you see the video I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Steve? Yeah, it's not good.
Psycho.
Yeah, psycho is the word.
Oh, boy.
Of course, that wasn't me that said that if he happens to be listening online. 195 regular season wins for Andy Reid are 8th most in the history of the NFL.
Yeah, he's terrific.
I've never understood how Tom Flores with 2 Super Bowl titles isn't in the Hall.
Absolutely should be.
That just makes no sense to me.
Hey, Jeff, again, if you get 1, you can say okay. But if you do twice, you're in.
Right.
That's like 3,000 hits in
Correct.
MLB to me.
It's like winning back-to-back MVPs
I don't
and not
care.
being in the
I
Hall
don't
of
care if
Fame.
everything-
Oh, wait. That's right, Dale Murphy.
I don't care.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't care if everything falls your way. You're in. I mean, Tom Coughlin beat the New England Patriots twice.
Oh, he'll get in.
Yes.
When is he eligible? Shouldn't he be eligible next year?
Well, is it 5 years?
Yeah. It's been. It's not been 5, has it?
No. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Dan.
I know they're going to review and they're going to discuss. And look, Sean Payton's on the competition committee.
Yeah.
Sean Payton's going to get up and say, "Hey, guys, we're going to review this. We got to come up with a better." But
Isn't Andy also on the committee?
is he?
I think so.
So if a guy lines up off sides in the last 2 minutes, eat the flag.
Tap him on the shoulder and say, "Yo, bro, back up."
But I know they're going to review it. I want you to solve it for me, though.
Me?
It's a tough solution.
You can only review it if we call pass interference, which means they're going to call pass interference more
All
and
the
more.
time.
Which, you know what else is going to happen? Which means coaches are going to burn through their challenges a lot more quickly.
But I don't know how you can listen. There's pass interference all the time, and there's plays all the
don't-
time.
I think that I hope this is what happens, Dan.
Yeah, because I'm not sure what the solution is.
I hope we relax and let this thing die down and keep it the way it is. There are very rarely calls missed that poorly. You fire the guy that made it. You get a competent official in, and that call's never missed again.
Maybe the commissioner should have stepped in right there.
Listen, this isn't the first time there's been a bang-bang play. We forget about them. If they're in the moment, I guarantee you there was one last year that we screened.
We won't forget
Jack
about this
wasn't
one.
Down.
We won't forget about this one.
Yeah, no one in the NFL outside of Jacksonville remembers Miles Jack wasn't down.
That is true.
So it'll go away, and
Uh-huh.
this one will go away too. I don't want the game, Dan, stopped every other pass play. And I don't want my coach to run out of challenges when there's a change of possession that's really important later. I think that if they do put it in, it'll be rarely used. And maybe there's something you can do inside of 2 minutes in the postseason, where a guy buzzes in from down. I don't know. This is a slippery slope, though. I do not want to get to a point where every single play can be reviewed because, listen, it's not just pass interference. There is a penalty happening on every play in the NFL. We both know that.
Correct.
Somebody, legal contact downfield, holding in the trenches.
But we thought the helmet-to-helmet thing was going to be called all the time, and they put that thing to bed.
Yeah.
You know?
But that's not a challenge.
But now that's running rampant.
If you put a challenge in the coach's hand, Dan, it's going to come into play a lot more than the
That's
refs
true.
deciding to.
It's something to discuss. All right. That was good. Update on our poll question, the greatest Jaguar of all time, defensive lineman of all time. Greatest Jaguars defensive lineman of all time. This is with Calais Campbell going to his second straight Pro Bowl here in Jacksonville, and well-deserved. Should have been voted in anyway, but that's besides the point. 260 votes. I don't like to chide the voters.
Well, but you're going to.
But I'm going to. Yannick Ngakoue, 3%. Dude's third all-time on the sack list, man. I mean, he's pretty heck of a – I'm about to say
I fall in line with the Googans there.
Campbell, 51. T-Brack 27.
Yeah, that's how it
Big
should be.
Hen 19. Yannick 3%. At Dan Hicken if you want to vote. So.
Yeah, that is a little bit because the currency of being active right now usually plays into effect, and to only get 3% there.
The rumor mill already. I don't know if we said this, but supposedly one of the officials that missed the call played for the Rams back in the early 80s. Come on. It was Roman Gabriel.
Beyond that, back judge Tob Prukop is from near Los Angeles. The side judge, Garrett Calvetto, lives near Los Angeles.
What did I say?
The official, Phil McKinney's from L.A., went to UCLA, and played for the Rams.
Well, that should absolve. That should absolve every.
Phil McKinley.
He played for the Rams?
Is from L.A., went to UCLA, and played for the Rams.
The guy who missed the call.
No, those just given 3 of the back judge positions. Could be one of them. Well, here's the thing. If you're from L.A., it should absolve you. We know there are no Rams fans there.
That's true. Fair point.
Bump.
All right, I say caller number 3 right now at 641-1010. Beef, tell them what they get.
And I, by the way, would not take Will Greer. So we're going to talk about these as far as the ones that are open there. So we'll talk more about the Senior Bowl quarterbacks as they get measured and get going on trying to impress the scouts over in Mobile this week. Oh, yeah. So what caller are we taking there, Daniel?
Caller number 3, Beef, what are they getting?
All right, caller number 3 at 641-1010 is going to take up today's 10-minute drill prize pack. It's a $20 gift card to use at the new Southside location of 1000 Degrees Pizza, celebrating their brand new Southside branch. Plus, you'll get a gift card to use over at Zips Express Car Wash, located at the Town Center. 641-1010, caller number 3 right now.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.